Happy? You look happy. You look happy. There's rather more fish in here now than there were then before. And this one was dancing around like a good one, but doesn't like to be on camera. Yeah. As soon as I come out of the camera, this one disappears. So this one comes all the time to camera. So this one's always coming to the front when I'm here. This is the one I wanted to grab, this one. This one's got a scraggy tail because he put up too much of a fight when it was a case of getting taken out of the old aquarium, put into a box with plenty of water in it for a few hours, and then put into this new one when I got it set up. But in the main he looks pretty happy, but the tail is still pretty scraggy after that. These are Odessa barbs. The story behind Odessa barbs is they were first seen by English speakers, whether from Britain or from America, people like Axelrod. I remember one article about them in tropical fish keeping when I were a lad. They've been seen in Odessa because, in fact, they're from central Burma, but nobody knew that. All they knew was that the Ukrainians, or in the Soviet Union, in the town of Odessa, these were available. So some student, probably from Burma, brought them and started breeding them in the Ukraine. Ukraine's actually got quite a lot of tropical fish breeding, sort of indoor farms, as it were. And so they got associated with the town of Odessa, and it was believed that they were a hybrid between ticto barbs and maybe conconius, ruby barb, or I'm not quite sure what the common name is, but Barbus conconius or puntius, or probably something else by now, because there was the great reset was done in all the names of the barb family. So, but there actually really are a species, a natural species from central Burma, as we now know, but we still call them the Odessa barb. And then I've got some purple, what they call purple barbs. I'm not quite sure what the technical term for that is, I haven't looked it up yet. I bought them because they look so nice in the shop. And I've got some ghost tetras there as well, as you can see. But they're all, there's a lot of them now, because this is nearly 6 foot, 5.5 foot tank, 450 litres. There's room for far more fish. And one of my favourite species of all time is Macropus. Yeah, Macropus is a kangaroo. Definitely not a kangaroo. Macropodus opercularis, or the paradise fish, yeah, which is now not exactly in focus now. It is. That's the male, and I had one female. That he was having such a go at the female the whole time that I thought I'd better get 2 females, which I have. They're very good at hiding, and I can't usually find them when I want them. But I've still seen that there's a couple of them around. So there you go, that's the new tank. The word about the backing, yeah. They say get the backing done so tight that you can't, fish can't get in behind it and then get trapped. I took another approach. I thought, well, I'm not quite sure that everyone's always going to be living harmoniously, because I do have a couple of peaceable but very large cichlids here with those smaller fish. I'm not aware of them. I'm counting them all the time, and then they're not depleting at all. I'm not seeing any dead bodies anywhere. So I think that they're not catching up with them. So even though they're big, they're peaceable, and they're not eating them. They're still, they're not so small that these cichlids can eat them. So, and they don't seem to be damaged by them either in any way. So that's working. That's working. But I thought, well, just in case, when I just had a few, if they need a refuge, I'll actually make it so they can go behind there. That's big enough, the gap behind, so that fish can turn around in it, not get trapped. And also the top, they can come out the top if they need to as well. So that should be... Oh, that's a fish which isn't particularly happy. Or is it? Yes, no, it's alright. It's just caught in the stream there. That's a female Odessa-barb. Probably had a bit too much attention from the males. That's probably why she's staying over in that more refugee area. But yeah, because I've got a preponderance of males. That's the problem here. These ones with the very bright colours, they tend to be males. But this is a female with slightly less colour, but you can see starting to get very rounded at the bottom. But that was a too small female, I think. Right, finish on the paradise fish again. Yes, sweet.